What's up, guys? Micah Beavers here, and let me tell you something, okay? Women like to be treated in a certain way, okay? Women like to be treated with respect, okay? Sadly, today in our culture, through movies and TVs and sometimes our friends, we're told and taught that women should be identified as objects, okay? But let me tell you something, that is wrong, okay? First of all, God respects women, so we should respect women. Second of all, we're all created in God's image, okay? So they're no less than us. They are not inferior to us men, okay? They are equals to us. And so, today I'm going to be talking about 7 ways you should consider in respecting women, okay? 7 areas you should consider, okay? And here we go. Number 1, respect women with your attitude. Respect women with your attitude. Peter said, he says to show honor to women. That's in 1 Peter 3:7. Okay, real men are to treat women as equals, never inferior. And Peter is teaching men to seek to understand and try to see things from a woman's perspective. Okay? This involves valuing her opinion, offering her your help, showing her honor, being courteous, never being harsh or rude, and showing friendliness, okay, but not flirting. We're not talking about that. Look for ways to offer her to help, if they have a need. Treat her as a woman and do not treat her like she is a man, okay? In a culture that we're in today that's attempting to negate the difference between male and female, or man and woman, okay? The Bible teaches we should celebrate those differences, okay? Because there is a difference, and we should celebrate those through respect, okay? Number 2, respect women visually. Okay, Job, one of the godliest men who ever lived, said, I made a covenant with my eyes, not to look lustfully at a young woman. You can find that in Job 31:1. He also said later, if my steps have turned from the path, if my heart has been led by my eyes, or if my hands have been defiled. Okay, that's in verse 7. See, Job is making the powerful connection that what a man sees affects his actions. Okay? Therefore, a real man must continually guard what he allows to come through the eye gate. Okay? So respecting women visually involves never staring at a woman, looking at her in the eyes and refusing to review pornography. A man should project caring, should project concern and compassion through his eyes, and immediately engage in battle mode if a lustful thought is present in your mind. Okay, respecting women involves a passionate commitment to rejecting anything that would sexually objectify her. Okay? Here we go. Number 3, guys. Respect women actionably with your actions, okay? You should demonstrate great manners around women. Promote things that are important to them and stand against anything that harms them. Okay? It involves being wise and limiting any type of physical touch and doing things that are as simple as opening the door or you giving up a seat for her. If you're sitting around and she's the only one standing, let her have your seat. Or maybe, examples, putting sticky notes around the house to leave reminders of your love for your wife, an appreciation for her. Simple, kind acts demonstrate great respect. Okay, number 4, respect a woman verbally. Okay, in Colossians 3:19, Paul told husbands, and do not be harsh with your wives. Okay? How can real men not be harsh with his wife or any woman? Okay? And how can we do that? Listen, here are a few ways. Compliment her appropriately. Speak kindly to her. Never use profanity or sexually suggestive humor. And never speak of your own marriage problems or maybe your sexual issues with a woman who is not your wife. Okay? And even more, a real man should speak out against injustice toward a woman, or speak up when a woman is being harassed, or when a woman is being treated inferior. Okay? to husbands and all real men out there, using words like thank you, please, and how can I help you are ways to verbally respect women. Okay? Number 5, respect a woman relationally. Okay? Peter tells husbands, okay, that they are to live with your wife in an understanding way. Okay, that's in 1 Peter 3:7. So, and here are some ways you can respect a woman relationally. Okay? Remember, it's not a good idea to be best friends with a woman who is not your wife. If you're married or even have a girlfriend or fiance, you don't have any more girl best friends. Okay? Don't dine with or dine alone with a woman who is not your wife or your girlfriend. Include your wife in your work if you're having relationships with women. Okay? Protect where you go and what you do with the woman who is not your wife or your girlfriend or your spouse. It is wise when dealing with women to speak often of your wife, speak often of your family, and talk to your wife about the women you deal with on an everyday basis. Okay? So listen, if you see yourself as a son or a brother or a father of women, a healthy respect can emerge. Think about it this way. What would you do, or what would I do to help my mother or my sister or my daughter? And listen, if your wife or your girlfriend has any issues with any relationship that you have with any other woman, drop it immediately, okay? And listen to her, okay? If she says, I don't like how you're with that woman, I don't feel comfortable, then drop it. Stay away, get away from that, okay? Number 6, respect a woman emotionally, okay? The writer of Proverbs tells us to guard our hearts, okay? That's in Proverbs 4:23. What you think and feel is only one small step from acting out, okay? And these are some ways that you can practically, in today's world, respect a woman emotionally, okay? Never talk negatively about your girlfriend or your wife. Listen to women. Show compassion to women in need. Demonstrate humility to women, and never demean a woman in any way. Okay, never put a woman down. In a sinful, lustful thought develops, if one develops, immediately confess it and replace it with scripture. Okay, that's what you got to do. Rebuke the devil and he will flee. Remember, you can never trust your feelings to guide you into doing the right thing. That's why you must daily be controlled by the Holy Spirit. Okay, that's why you should daily be in prayer. Great wisdom is needed here as you help women. If the issue is too personal, encourage her to talk to another woman or to a godly woman, maybe even your wife if you have one, or your girlfriend. You know, if it gets too personal, that. And last but not least, respect a woman with your sexuality, okay? Sexually, okay? Paul gives very specifically and powerful advice to those who are married in 1 Corinthians 7:1-5. It says this, now, for the matters you wrote about, it is good for a man not to have sexual relations with a woman. But since sexual immorality is occurring, each man should have sexual relations with his own wife, and each woman with her own husband. The husband should fulfill his marital duty to his wife, and likewise the wife to her husband. Okay? The wife does not have authority over her body, but she yields it to her husband. In the same way, the husband does not have authority over his body, but he yields it to his wife. Do not deprive each other, except perhaps by mutual consent and for a time, so that you may devote yourselves to prayer and fasting. Then come together again, so that Satan will not tempt you because of your lack of self-control. Okay? So, obviously, you know, this part that I'm talking about is meant for married men, okay? Only as it relates to the wives, okay? So, sex is an integral part of a healthy marriage. And these scriptures, the scriptures I just read, remind us of that. Okay, remember, sex is 3D. Body, soul, and spirit. Not 1D, just your body. Sex is about sharing intimacy, not about simply using your wife's body for your fulfillment. Okay? In your sexual relationship, always include gentleness, okay guys? Tenderness, patience, and sensitivity. And make sure she is comfortable with what you do. Ask your wife what she needs specifically from you and tell her exactly what you need. Okay? Sex in marriage is about giving, not getting. Your wife, study after study, if you do research, it has indicated that marriage sex is the best sex. Okay? And listen guys, every day make a covenant with your eyes that as you go through your daily routine, as you go to work, as you do what you normally do, you will view every woman as a mother, sister, or daughter. Okay? To the woman you deal with every single day, be their son, be their brother, or their dad. Make a shift of your mindset in the direction that will keep you living in freedom and will honor not only God, but will also honor your wife and girlfriend in the way you treat women. Okay? It will also, other women will see you as a man who respects women, and they'll want to be around you, and they'll feel comfortable with you, and they won't feel like they're going to be treated inferior, when they're around you. Okay, guys? So treat women right. Treat women equally. Treat women with your attitude, verbally, relationally, and with your wife sexually. Treat women with respect. We need that more than ever today. Okay, I hate seeing them guys and you guys treat women with disrespect. Okay, so let's change that today.